Creation, by and from the self. Hindu creation. In the beginning there was absolutely nothing, and what existed was covered by death and hunger. He thought, "Let me have a self," and he created the mind. As he moved about in worship, water was generated. Froth formed on the water, and the froth eventually solidified to become earth. He rested on the earth, and from his luminance came fire. After resting, he divided himself in 3 parts, and one is fire, one is the sun, and one is the air. Thus, in the beginning, the world was only his self, his being or essence, which then took shape of a person. At first he was afraid, but realizing that he was alone and had nothing of which to be afraid, he ceased his fear. However, he had no happiness because he was alone, and he longed for another. He grew as large as 2 persons embracing, and he caused his self to split into matching parts, like 2 halves of a split pea, and from them arose husband and wife. They mated, and from their union arose the human beings of the earth. The female reflected on having mated with someone of whom she was once a part, and she resolved that she should hide so that it would not happen again. She changed to a cow to disguise herself, but he changed to a bull and mated with her, and from their union cows arose. She changed to the form of a mare, but he changed to that of a stallion and mated with her. And from that union came horses. She changed to the form of a donkey, but he did likewise. And from them arose a single-hoofed animals. She became a ewe, but he became a ram, and from their union came the sheep and goats. It continued thus, with her changing form to elude him, but he finding her and mating with her, until they had created all the animals that live in pairs, from humans and horses to ants. After all this work, he reflected that he was indeed creation personified. He had created all this. Rubbing back and forth, he made fire. He made the god of fire from his hands. And from his semen he made Soma, the god of the moon. This was his highest creation because, although mortal himself, he had created immortal gods. The end.